everybody, and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura. Thank you for being here today. Today the recipe that I'm going to share with you is my version of a cowboy casserole. We're going to have the best of everything. Some hamburger meat, some cheese, some vegetables, some potato. I mean, you cannot ask for anything more. Something very simple to make for during the week. You can make it ahead of time and freeze it. You have a lot of options in this recipe. So I hope you stick around to see how I make this delicious cowboy casserole for you. And I will have the recipe listed in the description box below. Just take a look there. If you are new here, welcome. I sure hope you consider hitting that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. And they will notify you every time I upload a video. If you are a regular here, thanks for being here and spending time with me today. I appreciate you. Okay guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the video. Alrighty guys, we are gonna start this recipe off by adding a little tiny bit of olive oil into our skillet. Not much. We're gonna wait till this gets hot. I had it warming up already, so it's getting there. Okay, now that the skillet is very hot, we're gonna drop in our meat, break it up. I am using ground sirloin. You can use ground chuck, whatever you prefer to use. We're just gonna break this up. We're gonna add our salt and our pepper. Okay, now that we've added our salt and our pepper, we're just going to break up the meat and we're going to get a good searing on this meat. You're going to let all the water, whatever is in there, to start cooking out on it, dry up just to where it's almost completely dry before we add the rest of our ingredients. I will have the recipe listed down in the description box, so just look there. You see how it has a lot of liquid? We want all that out of there before we start adding our onion and our garlic. And this is a 12-inch cast iron skillet. We are going to place it in the oven, so you do need an oven-safe skillet for this. Just keep that in mind before you start your recipe. Okay, I'm just going to leave this alone now and let it start cooking down, and I'll be right back in a few minutes. Okay, we have the meat seared really nice here. So we're going to start adding in our onion and our garlic. Lots of garlic. We're going to cook this just until the onion is tender, translucent. We are going to put this in the oven, so you don't want to overcook things at this point. Remember, taste your food. After this is cooked down a little bit with the onion, I like to taste the meat, make sure it has enough salt and pepper. Don't overdo it. Remember, you can always add, but you can't take out. Okay, that's cooking pretty fast. I am going to add my bell peppers. Bell peppers, choose whatever color you like. This is what I had on hand, so this is what I'm going to use. And look at those colors already. Beautiful. So we're just going to cook this until it's just tender. Just the bell pepper and the onion is just tender. Not too soft. All right. The vegetables are nice and translucent. I am going to turn off the heat at this point. We are going to add in our cream of mushroom soup. I'm going to make a little well here in the middle. We're going to put in our soup in here. If you don't like the cream of mushroom, I know a lot of people don't like mushrooms, use another flavor. There's a lot of things to pick from. And then we're going to add in about a half a cup of milk. And we're going to stir this up to loosen it up so that we can mix it with everything else. And now you start mixing it with everything else. Remember, your heat should be cut off at this point. This would be a very good stopping point to stop and taste your food, because this is going to be the last time that you can season the meat to make sure that everything is good. So I am going to taste. Delicious. Okay, we're going to add everything else. We're going to add in our vegetables, our corn. Now, if you want to change your vegetables in this, it's very easy to do. If you don't want corn, you can add peas, you can add green beans, you can add whatever you like. Okay, I like to stir everything in as I'm going. And I'm going to put in black beans. If you wanted to put in pinto beans, you could. Look at how pretty that's already looking. We are going to add a little tiny bit, about a half a cup of cheese to this. Mix it in. Why don't you let us know in the comments what vegetable you would put into this to change the recipe? That might help other people who, you know, need some ideas. Let us know in the comments what kind of vegetables you would put in or how you would change this recipe. Okay, we're all done here. Now what I'm gonna do is flatten this out, try to get it level. Doesn't have to be perfect. And we are gonna start adding in our tater tots. It's gonna hopefully take the whole, you don't have to put them all nice and pretty. If you don't want to, you can if you want. Take the time to set them around. Just remember, be careful because the skillet is still hot. You can just throw them on there and arrange them. There's our oven ready to go, 375, and we're gonna bake this for 40 minutes. There's a lot of versions of this on the internet right now. I love this because if you wanted to save it for a weekday meal and freeze it, you would just cool this down and cover it with some foil and pop it in the freezer. And the day you're gonna use it, all you need to do is pop it in the oven and you've got a beautiful weeknight meal with just a little bit of effort. You just want to kind of push it down a little bit. Okay, I'm all done stacking the hash browns. Now we're going to take the remainder of the cheese and just sprinkle it on top. Use whatever cheese you like. I am using a combination of Colby and cheddar. Okay, this is all done, ready to go in the oven. It's 375 for about 40 minutes. Keep your eye on it. If the cheese starts to burn up a little bit too much for your liking, cover it with a sheet of foil and let it continue cooking. Okay, I will be back when this is ready. Okay guys, our casserole is done. Look at that beauty. That is a lot of food. This feeds a good 6 to 7 people according to your portion size, but it is delicious. Now you don't want to cut into it right away. You want to let it sit for a good 20 minutes or so, just so that, you know, the food gets a chance to settle. So I am going to let this sit here, and I wish you could smell this. It smells delicious. Okay, I'm going to let this sit here for a little bit, then we're going to give it a taste. Okay guys, I'll be back. All right, I'm going to dig into this beauty. Look at that. Yummy. Ooh, and it's still piping hot. Yummy. Look at that. Delicious. Okay, let's go ahead and give it a taste. I cannot wait. This smells delicious. Get one of the tater tots. Mmm. Very good. Mmm. Delicious. Mmm. Mmm. This is so good, guys. I hope you give it a try. I will have the recipe listed in the description box below, so just take a look there. Don't forget, if you're enjoying the content, a big thumbs up always helps the channel, and share with family and friends. Okay guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.